Hello and welcome to another Betfred Sports video right here in the Quest Media Network studio. Now, of course, the Premier League does continue this evening. It's Manchester United taking on Brentford at Old Trafford. And Peter, Manchester United's top four chances have all but gone.
Well, they certainly have. I do expect United to beat Brentford because Brentford are a team that, as they say in football parlance, they're already on the beach. They've preserved their status in the Premier League, which is great for them.
Yes.
But United's aspirations are much, much higher than that. A sixth place finish just won't do for the supporters. Yeah. So talk about a parade afterwards of appreciation of the team. Well, it's more of a booing fest because I just can't imagine that going down very well. There's all sorts of protests and stuff planned for this afternoon. It is looking like a grim end of season for United. I mean, Betfred have them 7-10 to pick up 3 points. Ronaldo is 11-4 to score first. All this stuff about Ronaldo being a problem, well, that's disappeared now. He's the only one who's been anything like successful this season, him and the keeper. He's done his job. He's scored 17 goals in the Premier League this season. He's 28-1 to get the Golden Boot. Right. He's obviously behind Salah, who's 1-25, 22 goals for him. And Son at Tottenham, he's got 19 now. He's 8-1. But Ronaldo's right up there in third place. Who would have thought that? A 37-year-old doing so brilliantly. Harry Kane, he's drifted to 66-1 now. He's playing more in midfield of late. So it's going to be an interesting encounter this afternoon. Interesting on and off the pitch, I would suggest. Brentford 8-5 with Betfred to pick up 3 points, and don't put it past them. Yeah. If Ericsson plays as well, because he's a potential target for United. He'd be an ideal, very, very creative in midfield, just what United are missing. So Ronaldo's 11-4 with Betfred to score first. Bruno 9-2. That's when he stops arguing with the referee. And Marcus Rashford, another chance for him. I do expect him to start. There's all sorts of teams in for him, notably Arsenal and Barcelona. So he's got another chance to show what a fantastic player he is with brilliant speed. Yeah. Real is last chance saloon for him to get in the England squad as well. He's 5-1 to score first. Ilanga is 7-1. What a breath of fresh air he's been. Yeah. One of the few successes along with Ronaldo and De Gea who's been anything like successful this season. He's 7-1 with Betfred to score first.
Brilliant stuff. Well, as Peter just said then, Cristiano Ronaldo has scored 17 goals this season. He's now priced at 28-1 to pick up the Golden Boot award. However, Mo Salah's leading the pack. He scored 22 goals. You know, he looks pretty much set to pick up that trophy. And of course, he'll be wanting to impress in the Champions League semi-final second leg at Villarreal on Tuesday night. Liverpool enter that game with a 2-0 advantage. So it's looking good for the Reds.
Well, Liverpool are now the favourites to win the Champions League outright. They're 10-11 ahead of City on the back of the success against Villarreal. Villarreal, as it happens, are 66-1 at Betfred to win the Champions League outright. City second favourites. They're 6-5 to win. Obviously, they'd have to beat Real Madrid on Wednesday night or get a draw. So City are 6-5 to win the Champions League outright. Real Madrid are 9-1, third favourites to win the Champions League outright. That game is going to be interesting for many respects because we'll get an idea of the team that Guardiola thinks is his best team. Yeah. And because this is a game that they must pick up at least a draw. Madrid 23-10, City 21-20, but the draw looks very, very promising there. Yeah. 3-1 at Betfred. Benzema's 3-1 to score first. I mean, what a brilliant player he is. Yeah. Talk about Harry Kane and Haaland as potential targets and the best players in the world, or best strikers in the world. Benzema should be right up there. Yeah, definitely. He's 3-1 with Betfred to score first. In the Burnabout on Wednesday night. Mahrez, he's the 4-1 shot, so he's the most likely amongst the City players to score first. De Bruyne, what a fantastic end to the season he had. Why he didn't figure it and become the Football Writers Player of the Year, I'll never know. But anyway, he's 5-1. Foden 13-2. He's coming on strong at the end of the season, at the business end of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, City will enter that game full of confidence, having beaten Leeds United 4-0 at the weekend. And speaking of Leeds, they are now being dragged back into the relegation scrap. So at the moment, it looks like it's going to be Leeds, Everton and Burnley in that scrap. But Everton picking up a 1-0 victory against Chelsea on Sunday. Fantastic result for Frank Lampard's side.
Yeah, well, it wasn't excellent. I mean, badly needed. They're now above Leeds in the betting to avoid the drop. We've got Norwich, obviously they're down, so no more bets on them. Watford 1 to 1,000 to be relegated. They can only dodge the trapdoor on goal difference now.
Yeah.
So it's between 3 teams now for the third spot. We've got Leeds 5-4 at Betfred. Everton now 13-8 after that morale boosting victory against Chelsea.
Yeah.
One of the results of the season from the Toffees' point of view.
Yeah.
And Burnley, what a transformation they've turned in at the end of the season. They're now 5-2 to avoid the drop. So it is looking like it is those 3, and Leeds are the favourites to go down now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the relegation scrap is hotting up, as is the title race, and of course the Champions League semi-finals as well. There's lots to look forward to, an exciting end to the season. And speaking of excitement, one man from Southport scooped £24,000 from a £10 bet. Peter, good times for him.
Yeah. Well, I spoke to James Melvin last night. He spends a lot of his time on the golf course when he's not in the bookies, and he bet £10, as you say, and won £24,448. He had a 9-game accumulator. He went for all the away teams in 9 games. He's been explaining to me about how at this part of the season there's a lot of unusual results,
right,
and the teams who are really going for it often get the result needed, whereas
right,
so many teams in the middle of the table who aren't putting in the hard yards.
Yeah.
He picks up Rochdale, which is a game I was at, believe it or not, and Bristol Rovers came from 2-0 down at half-time to win the game 4-3.
Right.
And the winning goal came in the 98th minute. So James Melvin was able to pick up this tremendous victory and picked our pocket for £24,000 from a £10 bet. So I've asked him how he celebrated, and he's a bit dour on that front. He's 71. And he said that he hasn't celebrated. He doesn't like flying. He doesn't like boats, i.e. going on a cruise, which is what I suspected he might want to do. And he has he does drink, so he's going to be getting a bottle of champagne courtesy of us. And he's going to spend his money on a house renovation. He's going to get a bathroom suite and double glazing, that sort of thing. He's even happy with his car. He loves his Ford Fiesta, and he won't be switching that. He's not getting a posh car. He's going to put the money on house renovations.
Well, there you go then. James, enjoy your winnings. Massive congratulations. As I always say on these Betfred Sports Talk videos, you have to be in it to win it. So, just to look ahead to tonight's fixture, we have got Manchester United taking on Brentford at Old Trafford. That's in the Premier League. And then, of course, the big ones on Tuesday and Wednesday. On Tuesday, Liverpool make the trip to Villarreal in the Champions League semi-final, second leg. And then 24 hours later, Manchester City travel to Real Madrid in the semi-final for the second leg. And if you do fancy a punt on any of those fixtures, Betfred stores are now open, but you can also bet online via their app.